And welcome back to the Daily Wrap. It's potluck time. This is where we go around the table, and this is the part of the show where we share our favorite stories of the day. And if you wear pink, you go first.
All right. So 10 years ago, New Jersey was one of the first state to pass revenge porn laws, and that's not exactly what they're called. But what they do is they address situations where a couple breaks up for one reason or the other. One member of the couple has naked pictures of the other and decides to put them out there on the internet. And they were the first to pass the law. In the years since, 16 other states have passed similar laws. And this week, one of those cases is coming to court. An NFL linebacker from the Jets named Jermaine Cunningham has been accused of doing just this by putting pictures of his ex-lady friend on the internet. And so he is going to face these charges. His lawyer says that he's innocent and he's going to defend them. The interesting thing to me was not just that we're going to see one of the first few cases come to trial, but actually that one of the defenses to these types of actions has always in the past been First Amendment. And we're talking about the First Amendment a lot this week with Pamela Geller, and how there aren't as many exceptions to the First Amendment as you might think. And yet here these laws are, because there is no First Amendment value in putting this type of stuff out there on the internet, on Twitter, on Facebook, on whatever it may be. Now in Arizona, they tried to pass a similar law, and that law did not pass because of the First Amendment. In Arizona, they said that the law has to say that it is put out there maliciously, because if it's put out there without asking permission, but not maliciously, it does violate the First Amendment. So it's an example not only of where the law is going to better protect people, because we've talked many times on the show about the fact that you can have a camera anywhere and use what you take pictures of against other people, but also that our First Amendment freedoms are not absolute, and when they are curtailed, they're very specifically curtailed.
So what you're saying is getting some kind of internet porn off the internet.
Yeah, revenge.
Why would you want to do that?
But you know what, Rick? The amount of young girls, especially,
I'm
who are dealing with this type of issue,
it's real and it's
There should actually
serious,
be a
and I
bigger
think
fine
these
for
laws
it.
are appropriate, but I think it's also largely generational. I think our definitions of privacy and what people are going to expect are shifting radically. I'm not sure that's good, but I think we're actually living through a change when the expectation of privacy, if you're 25 and younger, is completely different than if you're 25 to 50 or 50 and over. And that's going to happen no matter what. That said, this stuff is gross and it shouldn't be allowed.
Guys, I hate to say this, but I think it's Joe's turn, and I'm terrified.
Uh-oh, I'm a little nervous.
Oh, I'm
too.
not.
I'm a little nervous here.
¿Cómo está, amigos?
That wasn't bad.
It's Cinco de Mayo, actually.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. And you would think that we can celebrate the way we are right now with a sombrero, some maracas, right? I also have here the best beer in the world. Brad, I'll let you introduce it.
It is Modelo Especial, and it is a fine drink.
Wow.
Fine Mexican.
Nice accent. Well done. Absolutely. So
Am I allowed to speak in that accent, or is that
Crack that.
denigrating?
No.
that wasn't bad.
Oh, okay.
All right. So was this just an excuse just to wear a silly hat and do the maracas thing on a national cable panel show about important topics? No. This is an important topic I want to talk about, all right?
Of course it is.
So I wrote a column today after reading a piece in the Daily Beast by Kelly Williams Brown. All right? The title of said piece was How Not to Be Awful This Cinco de Mayo. The first sentence says, this May 5th, the celebrations don't have to be a festival of racist caricatures. All right? She recommends to put down the sombrero, put down the poncho, right? Because it is racist to do so, to celebrate like this, because she says it is co-opting the holiday of a culture that doesn't belong to you. So here's the recommendation. St. Patrick's Day, Rick, you're not Irish, right?
No.
Okay, I'm half Irish. You are no longer allowed to wear green because you're
my
co-opting my holiday. Or no Aaron Go Bra or Kiss Me I'm Irish for you, Heather Hansen. Or Christmas brag, my rabbi friend. When I invite you over, don't even think about wearing red or green or a Santa hat because it ain't your holiday.
You.
Exactly. So this woman goes on to write 3 times in about a 600-word piece the word racist 3 times. about stupid Americans that are celebrating this holiday that have no right to celebrate it. And this is PC. I'll let you finish the sentence for me, Heather Hansen.
Run amok.
Run amok indeed.
Can we blow up this Raiders world right now?
Oh my God.
Cinco de Mayo is not a Mexican holiday. It is an American holiday. I lived in Mexico, as you know, for 7 years. Nobody celebrates Cinco de Mayo in Mexico.
There's like one
Nobody.
city that does it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
thing
It
this
is an
woman
American holiday that was created so you could wear a
drink
sombrero
margaritas.
and we could drink, lots of tequila, which is always a good thing.
Yep.
I'm not complaining about the holiday, but she doesn't know what she's talking about.
To your point, in Ireland, St. Patrick's Day isn't celebrated the way we think it is either. You go to church, and then you basically go home and eat, and bars were closed until the 1970s, which is amazing. So it's the most muted holiday of all time. So no one understands what they're talking about. Anyway, what am I trying to say? Adios! Back with more Yay or Nay in just a moment.